Hey guys, welcome back. It is January 10th, 2019. Today's topic is about the idea that which you do not hate, you will grow to tolerate. Being able to understand that there are people that follow pleasure and then people that deviate from pain. There are also people that need to be wired up with pain to feel motivated rather than the satisfaction of accomplishment. It's a negative reinforcement rather than a positive reinforcement. So teaching yourself to be positively motivated about the things that you do. You get out of your life what you accept. Basically, what we're looking at is the idea that, hey Pika, the things that are necessary for us that we are going through because of the satisfaction that we get. We want more. Rather than starving ourselves, right, we become more hungry from accomplishment. So it's the switch. It's the lower plane to the higher plane. Some people basically they get in this whole notion of I'll be happy when something happens, and they never are satisfied. What you want to have is this balance between 80 and 20. So remember we were speaking about the motivation, the whys. So the whys is 80% of everything that goes into loving yourself, self-esteem, self-worth, the accomplishments that you've made, and then of course the 20% is the ass kicking, right? Kicking your ass, you didn't do this right, the practicality of things. And the thing is that people focus on the 20 rather than the 80. Creating this promising of yourself, being able to hold yourself to a higher standard, being someone that, you're fat, but you call yourself chubby. Being realistic with yourself. You're at the bottom. You fucked up. Just admit it. Keeping that for your own self creates self-confidence, not for anyone else's admiration. And being aware that you're doing it. Being aware that you did do this. You accomplished a certain amount of things in a certain amount of time, and when you also kick your ass as well. So another thing that allows you to be self-aware is having a different perspective, having someone tell you what's good about you, and understanding what is real about you, what is true about you. You know that you've accomplished a certain amount of things, write your goals down, and of course the people that know who you are deep down inside and how they can tell you that what you're doing is not in your character, it's not part of your identity. So identity motivates behavior. So how am I somebody that, can provide information when I haven't been financially successful? And it's because of the gratefulness that I have, the opportunity that I have to share this information and give it to the public as I'm going through it myself. The only thing that we can do is control what we have now, and that means how we feel. So being grateful and being in the space that I am now and being grateful about that will make the fruition more fruitful. Being able to control what I have, my morning routines and my afternoon routines, will allow me to have more control over the things that I don't have over control. Because what happens is that I become reactive, and that doesn't allow me to change. So the two best ways to change is short bursts of something in a window of time that you haven't done before. So a certain amount of reps, approaches, talking to people, interactions, a certain amount of techniques that you've learned in terms of karate, you start to master things. and the thermostat. So we have a thermostat that basically regulates our external environments, and this is basically like the law of attraction. So whatever thermostat temperature we're at, that's what our cold, which is our bad stuff, will regulate to, and our good stuff, which is our heat, will regulate to. So everything that we have good in our life will regulate eventually. And what most oftentimes occurs is that because we don't emanate that high vibration at longer prolonged periods of time, we don't get the things that we want because we're still caught up in the identity of a smaller temperature. So being around people that have higher temperature, it starts to equal out. It starts to average out. And again, that allows you to create change within yourself in that space as you are learning more about yourself and being self-aware. Alright guys, so I'm out and about. Let's talk about peace. GoPro, stop recording.